How's it going, everybody? Right now you see on my screen Google, and the reason is that it gives me great lighting. Apart from that, what follows are mini clips that I recorded while developing a game for Minijam number 76, and this is the first game jam that I've ever participated in. So without any further introduction, I'll just roll the footage. The jump is working finally. I'm stupid, but it's okay, because now I have this. And if you'll notice in the console, it's returning a variable I call isGrounded. Make sure I can't double jump. And this took me longer than I'd like to admit, because instead of just trusting myself, I went and watched a bunch of videos that made it way more complicated than it had to be. But anyway, I've got this now. Right, I took some inspiration from another project, which I'm working on in a Unity 2D course where I'm actually learning this stuff. And I now have a scrolling sidewalk. There's one other thing I want to change real quick, is this collider. Because I have this new sidewalk texture, I want him around the middle. And then we will also change this scroll speed variable. We'll set it at 1 for now and see how it looks. Right, I'm gonna need to change this Z value. We'll just set it to 5 for now. And then if I switch back to 2D, it looks the same. However, when I hit play, we're now in front. And I think this is still too slow. You can see the wheel on my character doesn't really match up with how fast this is moving, so we can just change this in real time and see if I can get something I like. I'm pretty happy with 3. Alright, back to work. Okay, as you can see here, I have lots of things spawning on this side and getting destroyed on this side, which is good, but maybe I don't want 1,000 things spawning at once, so I'll try and fix that. Okay, here's another quick progress update. I have something that sort of almost looks like a game. It's not great, and this crouch looks hilarious. I'm just scaling it down instead of playing any kind of animation, but I don't know. It's fine. These circles are just placeholders. That's gonna be some kind of acid blob, I think. And of course I'll need to add some health and damage. And I think that's the main things. And then I will tune it from there to make sure everything's working the way I want it. And hopefully add like some randomness and so on. Alright, I've got another update. This looks pretty fancy, but it looks even better in game. Other than that, I still don't have actual mechanics set up for this stuff. So there's no point in me dodging this and whatnot, but it looks cool. I might need to change the sidewalk texture now though, because I feel like it doesn't really mesh well with the rest, but pretty happy with this. Alright, updates from the last clip. I've changed this guy's collider to a polygon instead of 2 circles and a rectangle. More on that in a second. Also, you see he's got 5 health over here in the inspector. And if I hit play, you'll notice that I have particle effects spawning from these acid balls now. And if you'll watch my health, if I start hitting these guys, it goes down by 1 each time. Also, they're destroyed when I hit them now, so I can die, which is good. That means I actually have a game. The next thing I was thinking I wanted to add is, or are, some quick time events. maybe not necessarily QuickTime events, but I was thinking maybe I could try and make some missiles coming down at the player every so often, and you have to click on them to destroy them. So we'll see if I can get that done. Not sure I'll be able to, but if I can, I'll feel pretty happy with the gameplay. I know it's still not that much, but as a first like solo project in Unity, I'd be pretty happy if I got to that point. Right, the collider that I mentioned. So before, I had a circle here and a circle here and a rectangle in the middle, which was fine, but while playing the game, one of these acid balls would hit me and it would run into both this circle and this rectangle, for example, or the bottom circle and the rectangle, and I would lose 2 points of health instead of 1, which is not good. So I just quickly made this, and that fixed the problem. Okay, real quick, I've made a little sprite and particle system for a missile. Game mechanics to follow. Alright, check this out. I have... Here, I'll click play. You'll see I have some warning signs that appear along with missiles. The warning signs currently don't disappear, which will be fixed, as well as you can see over here in the editor that the missiles are just static rather than actually going towards the player. But that's coming. I just wanted to show this because I think it looks really cool in game when the warning sign appears. Back to work. Okay, for me this is going to be the most exciting update yet because all of my current game mechanics are working. I can left click to jump, right click to crouch, and then if I get a missile spawning, I can hover over it and middle click it to destroy it. Of course, if it lands on me, then I'll take damage, but it's taken a long time to get to this point, and as far as I know, all the game mechanics are actually working. So of course now the next big step is sound effects and animations and possibly a character redesign. And then of course, once all that stuff is done, I'm gonna need, you know, a start menu and instructions and all that. But other than that, I'm very happy. Okay, it is 9:30, which is pretty much 12 hours from the time I started this morning. It's about the time I started this morning. And I took a, well, according to Unity, about 40-minute break. And now my next objective is to make a new character. I don't know what the character is going to look like, but I figured I would open the project up to get some inspiration. So we'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll record it and make a time lapse. It looks like a creeper with a wheel. I didn't mean to draw a creeper. Okay, with the addition of some flashing lights, no longer looks like a creeper, I think. I'll continue working because I would like to have a jump animation and a crouch animation. Probably a death animation as well. Animations. So the standard rolling animation you can see here. I suppose I can also play it like this. And then I've got the jump. Let me turn off the onion skin for you. And then we have a crouch. And then the uncrouch, which is just the same thing in reverse. So I'm going to try and put these into Unity and then program them to play when they're supposed to, which I should be able to do. I was able to get the animations working for the rockets or the missiles and the acid, as well as sound effects. So we'll look at those now. Of course, I still need music. I thought about making some, but I don't think I want to because I'm very bad at it. But now I'm going to work on adding these animations, and you'll see those now. Alright, welcome back. I've got all my new animations set up. It took longer than I expected, but then again, that's pretty much been the story with just about everything to do with this game. So, but I'm quite pleased with the results. I still don't understand why the jump animation seemingly isn't playing, but I think that's okay as long as, you know, the rolling and the crouch rolling and all that is working. As you see, I made the crouch and uncrouch animations, and then I realized when I was crouching, the wheel was just standing still. Some extra work, and I got that all set up. So if I show you my animator, here's my little animation state machine. It's the first time I've done any of this, but I got it working in the end, so I'm pretty happy with that. I guess the next important, or the last few things on my list: music, menus, score, I think, some kind of time-based score, I think, and maybe health as well. Well, no, health wouldn't work because you get your score after you die, but I'm thinking maybe put two modes in, one where you have a health bar and one where you die in one hit. But that's where I'm at right now. Okay, it is currently 1:50 AM, so this will be the last clip for tonight, but as you can see, I've got a health bar in here now, and you have the player has 5 health. Missiles deal 1.5 damage and acid does 0.5 damage. So you can see each orb is worth 1 point of health. But it splits in half and then fully breaks to indicate whether or not it's, you know, 1 or a half or 0. Other than that, I changed the texture of the road so it's like a road now instead of a sidewalk. And I added some randomness to the velocity of the missiles. And I think that's the only differences in this clip and the last clip. But super happy with what I've got, and tomorrow be focusing on getting the rest of this polished off. Welcome to day 2 of the game jam. I'm already in game. I want to show you real quick what I've got so far. So as you can see, I've added a timer. It just counts up as you go. It's just there to show you how long you can get, which I'm not going to add like an actual score number. I'm just going to leave it at, you know, you scored this amount of time when you died. So that's working. I've also tuned the missile spawner and acid spawners so that once they reach a certain point they will not get any faster, because I had a wonderful occurrence where like a million missiles all spawned at once. But that's taken out, sorry. And going forward, I had some ideas that I was thinking about trying to implement. So I was kind of thinking I would just stick with the game mechanics I have now, but I've still got, you know, a day and a half to work on this. And I was thinking maybe I could add some pickups, like a health pickup and maybe a pickup that would reduce the spawn speed. But if nothing else, it would be cool to have a health pickup. And I wanted to make it so that rather than just, you know, appearing out of nowhere, I wanted to make a random chance that a rocket would turn into a beneficial thing, and yet still be a rocket if it hits you. So basically, I want to like have a random chance, like maybe 1 out of 30, where a rocket will be like a green rocket maybe, and if you manage to destroy it, then it'll heal you like by 1 health orb maybe, so 1 point of health. But if it hits you, then it still just does damage like normal. So I'll see if I can get something like that going in. Also, let's see if I can get it. Nope, I'm dead. Alright, back in a bit. Basically, I tried and tried and tried to get the healing missiles to work, and I like this close, but I just can't get them to do what I need them to do. So with that in mind, I think I'm gonna sit here on all the gameplay I've got right now and focus on finishing up the sound effects, which I'm pretty happy with most of them, but the jump sound is just a placeholder. So I'd like to have a sound for the jump and the crouch, and I also need to find some music, and I of course need to set up a main menu and an instructions menu. So that's where I'm at right now. Hello. So I didn't record any more updates yesterday, but the game is done, and this is the itch.io page, and I submitted it some hours ago, and you can play it now if you want. The actual jam does not end for another 2 hours. That's when, I'm not sure exactly when the ratings will begin, but here's the criteria. You can read that if you want to. But I think that's gonna end this video. I'm probably gonna make a separate video where I play other people's submissions, and my own rating will be included in that video. So I hope you enjoyed watching this. This was a really fun experience for me as my first game jam. It was really hard though, and Hopefully by the next time I do one of these, I'll have more experience under my belt. But with that in mind, I will see you in the next video.